Floyd Mayweather put out a poll via social media on who exactly he should fight next. Here were the results, and we will go over 3 different media outlets. Number 1, with Floyd Mayweather, the results were in favor of Amir Khan, 57%, to Maidana's 43%. 35,579 votes were tallied from the Mayweather camp. Then ESPN Sports Nation was like, hey, why don't we get our audience involved? Let's see what goes on there. Here were the results of those. Maidana, 63%. To Khan's 37, 67,000 votes. ESPN Deportes was like, hey, why don't we see what, if we survey them, what's going to happen? Maidana, 82% to Amir Khan's 18. Fight News, Maidana 78 to Khan's 22. Ring TV, Maidana 57 to Khan's 43. Conspiracy theory, I scream it. No, I mean, that's basically what the critics are saying. But when you see this, your reaction was blank.
I think that Mayweather knows that Amir Khan comes with a bigger British fan base.
Absolutely.
But I think the conflict is he doesn't know whether it's smart to fight on Cinco de Mayo against a fighter who doesn't necessarily have the largest Mexican fan base. And that's the debacle. Now, honestly, I think it just comes down to numbers for him. I don't think that he looks at either man and says, this person's going to give me problems here, this person's going to give me problems here. He's trying to figure out how much money he can make. And to him...
And the bigger payday, it appears, is Amir Khan.
Is Amir Khan.
Yeah. Bringing that British audience, that intense British audience.
Yeah.
We talked about it with the Ricky Hatton fight. They bring something to the table that we really don't see when an American fighter fights an American fighter. And it makes the fight so much more juicy in many other ways than one. So I personally would like to see him fight Amir Khan.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him fight both men. I don't think
he easily could.
I don't think that either man is going to beat him, obviously. But
you ready for the commenters? You ready?
Neither man.
Floyd apologist. Floyd lover.
Neither one of these guys are going to beat Floyd. Come on, guys. Neither one of these guys.
Why?
Amir Khan stays in the pocket too long, and his chin isn't strong enough to withstand.
He'll trade. He'll just go down.
No, see, and I honestly think that the Amir Khan fight would be more difficult for Floyd.
More difficult than Maidana.
I definitely
think so.
Even
if Maidana presses him and whatnot.
Who hasn't pressed Floyd in the fight? Who hasn't pressed him?
You want me to give you one? Arturo Gatti, because he was too busy getting the shit beat out of him.
Okay,
well, the only one.
Yeah, that's because but what was his plan? His plan was to come forward and beat Mayweather's body down. I'm going to hit him on the elbows and the shoulders and break him down. I'm going to hurt him. He's never been hit with my kind of power. He beat the shit out of Gatti.
All right.
Rest in peace. And then you put him up against, legitimate 154-pounders like Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya, who has speed. And Floyd has grown into the 147 weight class a lot more than he did when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. That was his first fight at 154. And you're telling me that with that natural body mass and speed, that Maidana's going to give him more problems than Oscar did?
So are you saying that Maidana would not give him any problems
I'm not
whatsoever?
saying that he's not going to give him any problems. I mean, it's a fight. It's a boxing match. So it's going to be interesting to see, somebody with that level of ferocity come at Floyd, because he's just nonstop. But Floyd is just going to outbox him, keep him at bay with the jab. He's going to tie him up whenever they get in close. He's going to spin him to the ring. And, we all know that. And I'm ready for the comments. Go back and watch Maidana's fights. Whenever he gets hit to the body, he either goes down or he backs off. Maidana
like the fight against Soto Caras, is that what you're saying?
And the fight against Amir Khan, where Amir Khan hit him with a 2-piece to the body and he went down. Or the fight against Riverside Rocky. Josecito Lopez. And Josecito Lopez, we went to that fight, hit him in the body, and he backed off. Now, he didn't go down, so people probably won't give it credit, but go back and watch that fight. A part of Lopez's plan was obviously to go to the body, and what made it so interesting was that They were going back and forth at times because whenever he would get hit to the body, Maidana would back off.
He would.
Who's a good body puncher, especially on the inside? Floyd Mayweather, and he doesn't get credit for it.
And he proved that against Canelo Alvarez. Out of anybody that he could have gone up against, he proved it against
Exactly,
Canelo.
ripping combinations to Canelo's body, landing that jab to the body, left hook to the body. I mean, uppercut to the body when they're in the pocket like this. I mean, it would be a good fight. Obviously, people are going to watch
the Maidana fight.
They think that the Maidana fight, he's going to do him like he did Adrien Broner. But no disrespect to Adrien Broner, he's nowhere near the level of boxer that Floyd Mayweather is. And this is a legitimate 147.
He thought he was.
He hits harder than Broner. So, I mean, you guys can say what you want in the comments, but Floyd isn't losing to Maidana. It's not. I don't even see that fight being close.
Okay, so why do you think it would be a harder fight if it were Amir Khan? Is it because he's more technical? Is it because he's more skilled?
It's because he's more technical.
Maidana?
It's because he has better footwork. It's because he's more skilled, and because he's faster and he has a good jab. You look at the fights that Floyd has had problems in: DeMarcus Corley, Zab Judah, Oscar De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, and there was one more.
So all very good.
All very good
not
technical.
astounding, but good technical fighters.
All very good technical fighters with good jabs. And the thing that's going to make the fight against Amir Khan difficult is his speed. He's going to be in and out, using that in and out movement with the jab, ripping combinations back in and out on Floyd.
Well, for the first 3 rounds, he wouldn't even go in and out. He would just jab, and circle around. He doesn't.
No.
He tries not to get hit for the first few rounds.
Yeah, but his style is to come in behind the jab, land a 3 or 4 punch combination, and then back out with the in and out movement. That's Amir Khan's style. That would give Floyd problems until he figures it out. And what Floyd is really good at doing, which he did to
adjusting in fight,
which he does to every fighter, is he lures them in and he makes them fight his fight. And where I think Amir Khan will ultimately succumb is Amir Khan will get comfortable. They'll be going at it.
They'll get a little too confident.
The first 3, 4, maybe even 5 rounds are going to go to Amir Khan on the scorecards, but they're going to be close. They're going to be really close, highly contested rounds.
Okay.
And Amir Khan's going to get too comfortable. Floyd's going to lure him in. He's going to land a left hook or something, or uppercut that's going to hurt Amir Khan, and then the rest of the fight's going to belong to Floyd. Because Amir Khan fights back after he's been hurt, but he doesn't always look the same. His legs just aren't always there after he's taken that initial big punch. And that's where Floyd's going to end up stopping him. I don't think that Floyd will stop Maidana, but I think that the fight will be a little bit more interesting against Amir Khan. So either way, Floyd's going to win.
You're so incredibly sure about it. You're so incredibly sure that he will have no problems whatsoever.
Is Maidana a better boxer than Miguel Cotto? Answer that, fans. Is Maidana a better boxer than Oscar De La Hoya? Answer that.
You know what this is, Mike? This is the frustration building up over and over. And then it's seething through with Britain.
It's no frustration. It's just, I read the comments, some of them, and I think that what the casual boxing fan doesn't look at, they look at the name. They look at the bad boy image. This is the badass at 147, Maidana. He got beat by Devin Alexander. So
he got crushed by Devin Alexander.
Right. So I mean,
10-round fight.
Is Devin Alexander a better boxer than Floyd Mayweather?
And he just lost to
Sean Porter.
Sean Porter.
Showtime Sean Porter. Really good fight. But Sean Porter dogged him because he was the naturally bigger man. But Devin Alexander easily outboxed and beat Maidana. Did we not forget that at 147, which made him go back down to 140 for a few fights and then come back to 147 now that he has Robert Garcia in his corner? Who's the better fighter, Devin Alexander or Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather.
Is that really a question I need to answer?
That's my point. So, I mean, all these people who are like, Maidana's going to do this, Maidana's going to do that. No, it's not happening. I'm sorry. It's going to be a good fight, yes.
And even when we saw Robert Guerrero dominate Andre Berto, absolutely dominate him, I sort of had my doubts that it was like, you know what? If Guerrero can sort of get in the way that he did against Berto, man, that could be an interesting fight. Never happened. Ever.
Shane Mosley went on record, and it was on FightHype.com.
Okay.
The question came up, why is Floyd so defensively sound? And it's because these fighters who come up in the, I don't know if we want to call it the Mayweather era of defensive boxing. Most of these young fighters learn from Floyd. He's not just doing the shoulder roll. They're standing there flat-footed, usually squaring themselves up in the shoulder roll defense, and they think that they're just going to roll and avoid every punch. Floyd is not just shoulder rolling in there. He's using lateral movement.
Batting away punches.
Exactly. He's using lateral movement. He's finding his distance. He's always, paying attention. He's bouncing up and down. He has really good head movement. Like they just stand there and they think that this walking forward or up against the ropes doing this, they think that that's the shoulder roll.
A la Broner.
Exactly.
A la Berto.
And I mean, and if you don't incorporate that style into your own style and you just try and mimic Floyd, then eventually you're going to get found out. A la Adrien Broner, a la Andre Berto, who are both very good fighters, but I think that what ends up happening is they stray away from what naturally got them to this point, because what Floyd does is so spectacular, and they try and be Floyd, and they end up getting hurt.